Ray, hey, I thought I would send you this companion video to go along with that lesson about Big Rock Candy Mountain, and we're doing it in G, and so I'll just go over each phrase again. The opening phrase, I made some little notes over here because the song has kind of a weird structure. We'll start off with the verses, which has the G phrases twice, and I think I'll zoom in the camera, give you a better shot mainly of what's going on the left hand here. So I've got, and I'm going 4, 3, 1, 5 as my roll pattern. Open 4 starts the pattern. And there's your E note, that pentatonic scale note. And then open D. So you have open D, 4, 3, 1, 5, E, D. And you repeat that phrase. Now we have the third string open as a melody note. And then I do a pinch of 1 and 5 just as filler. Let me get that right. Now we have the A note on the third string, open third, open B, which is all melody notes, and then hammer or slide into this. And I'm going 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5 because that's a longer duration note that he's singing. And then you go back to the first phrase. And you might want to trim one of the fifth strings off at the end there, unless you think you can squeeze it in. So here's your opening line of the verse. Then you're going into the C pattern, which is, we talked about 1, 2, 1, 5. And I'm lifting my whole hand up, but really it's 1, 1, 2, 1, 5, open D string, which is the first string open. So you can just lift that finger off if you like. And that leads you down to D7. So you'll use this E note on the first string at 2, open, first string at 2, second string at 1, open second, and then when you get to D7, you could like strum the chord or do a roll over that. Because you got like 2 beats to fill. So you have, then there's your D7. And I'm doing a reverse roll, 3, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, which again is just filling that long phrase. We sleep out every night. So the word night that he sings there would be held out. And then you go back and play the G section again. But this time it turns itself back around to G. Big Rock Candy Mountain. So instead of going over to that part again, you're going to, what we call tag it, turn it back around on itself so that it ends on a G. Now, like we talked about in the lesson, if you decide you don't want to play every melody note at the very end, Big Rock Candy Mountain, that would be a good place to interject a G lick. Just make sure the last note after you play your lick is a G note. Big Rock Candy Mountain. So you need that G in there. So I'm just going to do this standard Scruggs lick. Which doesn't sound a lot like Big Rock Candy Mountain as far as the phrase goes, but it's filler, because at that point you don't really need to play those last notes probably. And that's 3, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. So that gives you the verses. D7 filler or roll. Then tag it or alright, now here comes the chorus. You have one section of G right into the high double stop. And then we're going to do this for melody. Alright, so we've got this for the beginning of the chorus. Then you've got the C part again, which leads you to D7, just like you did in the verses. And then you have one G section. Then you're going to repeat the C again. Now here's where you're going to have what I call the bridge, the 4 C sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to tag it Big Rock Candy Mountain. And there, since that's the end of the chorus, you might want to do the same thing here. Is just do some filler ideas instead of playing Big Rock Candy Mountain, something, you know, whatever the melody is there. Instead of playing all those notes, as you come out of the bridge, the 4 C's, modify a little bit, but you can do the same like you did to tag the first part. Or you could just do rolls. Just try to make it end on a G note. And that's pretty much Big Rock Candy Mountain. So and again, you don't have to use the exact rolls I'm using, and you don't have to use the filler rolls I'm using, but just try to remember that you're trying to phrase this thing. Your indicators for when or when not to use a roll would be the length of words. In the Big Rock, so the Big Rock Candy Mountain. Whenever you hear a long word sung, that's usually an indication that you need to play a roll. So mess around with that and see what you can do. Thanks, sir. See you next time.